Hi everyone, this is Kathy Mamelin. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to a no contact reading. This is for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of, the person on your mind. So no contact, low communication. What is our person thinking and feeling? Where is this connection headed? What are the messages that Spirit has for us today about this connection? So let's get started. Let's call in our spirit guides. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you want us to know? I am listening for you now. I have a passage. I like the crossing over energy. I like the crossing over the bridge, okay? Because that's really what it takes. It takes one person to be willing to go to the other side and say, we need to talk. We need to meet in the middle of this bridge. But there has to be movement, is how Spirit just said. A magical moment. Okay, so a crossing over magical moment. Can we reconnect with somebody and find that spark all over again, that kind of kiss and make up energy? And sometimes, we can, sometimes we can't, but sometimes the separation is the best thing that's ever happened to us because it shares with us we really do miss each other. A dream lover, I miss you. So it could be, make-up sex. It could be as simple as that we just reconnect and we're having, reconnecting physically. Am I taking a risk? Am I risking it all? It's always a risk. We're always risking our heart, but this person, they're saying, you've already been through the hard part. You've already gotten to know this person. It feels like a bump along the way. Some people don't have a smooth relationship. They just don't, for whatever reason. Somebody's hot-headed and they close the door and they walk out. And then the next thing you hear is a knock on your door. They want to come back. They want to talk. It's just a feeling of at some point I want to talk. So is it a risk? You know what you're getting into. I have a no. Maybe there's something that they have been saying and doing that you're still saying no to for some of you. I am hopeful. I am filled with hope. I'm filled with, I'm hoping that this crossover energy is going to last. I'm hoping that once they cross over, a little bit of when they realize the big picture, when they realize what they have lost, what you have lost, you're both losing. I mean, you're both hurting. So it's not one person's loss and you're all happy. We're both hurting because of it. So it's hard. I have a proposal. Maybe somebody doesn't want to commit and they're tired of hearing it. They're tired of talking about it. They've said no and you're not accepting that. So again, taking a risk. If I take this person back, I have to either accept that maybe they don't want a commitment or they are committing. Because if that's something that you want, sometimes that separation pushes them to realize that they're going to lose you. It's not an ultimatum as much as I want to be with somebody that wants to commit. Hidden feelings, have they been holding back? Have they been, just not being completely honest with you? And a little bit of the feelings, came out. This is a feeling right now of I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. There's a panicky energy coming into me that either time has gone by or more time than we have normally had. So that, you know, like maybe we've done this before, but never for this long. And like, you know, this is the longest time we've gone without talking, something like that. So it could be really upsetting. Third party situation, somebody else interfered. I've got a 2 of Wands. I've got an 8 of Pentacles. And I have a 9 of Cups. So in order for us to be happy, obviously, I've got to get over, is there somebody else in the picture? So if there's somebody else interfering in this connection, that's a whole nother story, because then it's betrayal and it's trust. And, you know, we've got a bigger problem on our hands. But even that we can get over. Even, you know, they have been communicating with somebody, but they haven't, you know, done anything. They've just been talking to somebody. You know, emotional relationships, you know, are hurtful as well. It doesn't have to be just a physical relationship. So a third party, interference, I'm going to say it that way. I have a 3 of Wands. I have a 5 of Wands. I have a 4 of Cups. And I have a Knight of Cups. This kind of battle or this situation has caused your person to think about what they have. Okay, think about all that you have. And there is a sense of unconditional love between the two of you, even with everything that's going on. I have a Hermit. I have a feeling that they're seeing their future and they don't want to be alone is really what it's coming down to. They're feeling lonely. They're feeling hurt. Being alone, being without you is not as good as it's cracked up to be. So maybe they thought it was going to be a great time. Maybe they thought it was going to be more exciting than it is, but they could just be finding themselves at home doing nothing and just kind of waiting for your call and it's not coming. Can I have some initials, first initials, last initials? Maybe you'll get some confirmation about this connection. The letter R, G, C, O, an A, maybe an I, maybe U, M, D, N, an F, J, let's get a couple more, T, K, and an O. Okay. I also have some new numbers, and I'm going to just grab these numbers, just a little pinch, because maybe the numbers have meaning to you. It could be a birth date, it could be ages, something like that. I have the number 45. And there's another letter there, the letter N. I have some blank discs. These are little bingo things, so we'll count those maybe. Okay, I have the number 14, a letter B. I have a number 81. Not sure what 81 is. Maybe it's been 81 days since you spoke to somebody. I have a G, 59, and then I have some blank numbers. So I have 5 blanks. Okay, I'm going to go with, I have 6 blanks. I'm going to go with this guy too. 1, 2, 3, 6. So it could be 6 days, 6 weeks. They're saying 6 hours. Okay, I want to get a couple more. Let's just get a couple more. Number 6, 7, that puts me into July. The number 37. I have an N35. I have an 80. Okay. And I have a B12. So that could be December. So some of those numbers might make sense to somebody. I just thought that I would try them just because I found them at an antique shop and I thought that they were cute. And I said, you know what, these would be fun. Let's see if I can get some messages from these. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you need us to know? A knock at the door. Somebody does not want to let go. Somebody just is realizing they are lonely. You make me feel things I can't even describe. I have passion with you. I miss you. A little bit of, like I said, makeup, sex, something like that. I am filled with fear and doubt. I regret what I said. Okay. I regret my actions. Okay. That, kind of, I've had a chance to think about it, and, I'm ready to talk about it. I don't know if I'm as strong as you think I am. Like, this is harder than I thought it would be. I really think that they were like, it's no big deal. And it is a big deal by not talking to each other. And I know what you want in this manipulation. Part of me feels like they knew exactly what they were saying and doing at the time, but they didn't give consideration to you. And now all of a sudden it backfired. Their words, there's a sense of their words their words and actions backfired. Okay. That they probably thought they could get away with anything. They probably thought that it was no big deal. And it was a big deal. It was a huge deal. And now I feel like they're backpedaling with, how do I fix things? How do I get us back to where we were, or something like that? Spirit, please share with me. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a Tower. I have a Four of Pentacles. And I have a Knight of Cups. It is coming into me as a change. It's coming into me as I want another chance. I know that I've got to break through a guard. Let me love you again, Spirit just said. So this person is going to present to you that they've changed in some way, or something will change. So that is what they're going to present to you. I have a Hanged Man. That came into me as almost like holding my breath and waiting for an answer from you, just to move back to our life and what we had. I have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords, and it's very much a feeling of I don't blame you. Queen of Swords. You can be with anybody, and that could be their fear right now. They could be really struggling with, I really blew it, and I underestimated your own value, or how much you love yourself, or that you are putting respect for yourself above them. And there's a sense of I won't be lied to. The third party, I think, is the hurt. The third party, whatever has happened, it's hard to move on from. So can it happen? Yes. Can we, move on from it? Maybe it was a misunderstanding. It was somebody was flirting with them. They weren't flirting back. Was it something that can be, talked about, or was it blatant crossing the line? I have a Seven of Wands. That came into me as I still don't want to give up. So I'm going to kind of tell you I've changed, tell you things will be different. You're going to have to decide. They're going to have to show you. They're going to have to prove it to you in a sense. So you could be struggling with that. Do I give them a second chance? I love them. I miss what we had. That always is difficult. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that is happening in this connection? Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me. I need your help. I need you to I need you to feel me. You know, if this is truly a soul contract of some kind, twin flame, soulmate, you can feel that invisible distance, okay? And it's almost as if I know you're going to be back. I know you're going to call. I know you're going to knock on my door, and then boom, they do. So I'm going to go with that. If you're feeling it, I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. You know, a little bit of don't tell me what to do. And that probably is what happened. It was somebody who felt pushed, or you can't control me. You can't, you know, tell me where to go or who to be with. So it could be just as simple as that. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And that's probably what happened. I have communication. I care about you even when I act like I don't. I'm hiding my true feelings because I feel vulnerable. So right now, I feel like the pain is going to drive them to the, you know, having the guts, so to speak, to knock on the door and call you and say, we need to talk. We need to see each other. I'm not going to just let this go. We have too much invested in it, Spirit's saying right now. So, you know, hey, love is a journey. Unspoken words, Spirit. What are the unspoken words? Life hasn't been too nice to me, and I took that out on you. I'm having a difficult time right now, so I'm not there for you. Maybe it's as simple as that. I'm damaged and not deserving of your love. I know I've hurt you. A little bit of a can you forgive me, you know, energy. Hurting you hurt me even more, but I don't know if they realized it right away. I feel like now that they're feeling the pain, they're realizing what's going on. I'm afraid that it's too late to turn around and make it right. You know, have I lost you forever? So they could be struggling with that. You're stronger than they thought. You're stronger than they ever thought you would be. You deserve much more than what I could give you at the time. So they're coming back with a change. That's the most important thing. They are going to say that something has changed, some situation, themselves, their actions, something they are willing to do. Okay, so that is possibly what you need to hear. My pride and ego led us astray. Admitting it, that's important. One day, I believe we will be together again. So, yeah, I mean, I think that at the end of the day, you will be together again. I do feel hopeful in this connection. I do feel like I'm going to talk. I did feel that kiss and makeup session with tears in my eyes and I'm sorry's and you know, I love you. So let's put this out into the universe. If it's meant to be, it will be. Spirit will guide you both. And let's ask Spirit to bring you back together. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words, your comments. I greatly appreciate them. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, CathyMamelinPsychicMedium.com, and we will see you all again real soon.